I'm going to ask you 25 how often do you questions. I just want you to answer the questions as quickly as possible. Here we go. How often do you eat junk food?
About 3 times a week.
How often do you read a book?
Almost every day.
How often do you go shopping?
About once a month.
How often do you do the laundry?
Almost every day.
How often do you cook?
Every day.
How often do you exercise?
3 times a week.
How often do you call your mom?
Twice a week.
How often do you check your phone?
Every few minutes.
How often do you order delivery food?
Once or twice a week.
How often do you go to the movies?
Not very often.
How often do you play mobile games?
Never.
How often do you skip breakfast?
Never.
How often do you visit Canada?
Every few years.
How often do you drink coffee?
Almost every day.
How often do you talk to me?
Never.
How often do you travel?
When I have vacation time.
How often do you post to social media?
Not very much.
How often do you take a nap?
Sometimes on the weekdays.
How often do you listen to music?
Every day on the subway.
How often do you eat chocolate?
About once a week.
How often do you change your hairstyle?
Almost never.
How often do you sleep in?
Every Saturday.
How often do you cry?
Whenever I watch a sad movie.
How often do you take a walk?
When the weather's nice.
How often do you watch TV?
Twice a week, Fridays and Saturdays.
Thank you very much for sharing your answers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.